We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here. We're doing a best of one Foundations draft. All right, Painful Quandary is the rare. We're not going to take that one. A little bit too slow. Youthful Valkyrie, can take it. If you end up with enough angels, it's pretty good. Kind of feeling maybe I don't want to start with a 4-drop, but Battlesong Berserker is going to work for the most decks, which makes it kind of an appealing option. And it's a good card. I don't love starting with a 4-drop. I mean, first picking a Gold Vein pick doesn't seem right either. Marauding Blight Priest doesn't seem like a good start. Luminous Rebuke is removal, but it's just clunky enough where I don't want to start with that either. Although, you know, it's a 2-mana kill spell on a tapped creature. That's true. My gut is telling me Berserker. I don't know why, even though it's a 4-drop. I think it just works for the most decks, and it's a good card. But we'll see. +1/+0 in Menace, right when it comes down, affecting the board is kind of nice. All right, follow-up pick. Well, we're not going to take Omniscience. There's Hero's Downfall, which is pretty good. There's Fanatical Firebrand if I wanted to stay with the first pick. I think we'd probably just take the best card, which is Hero's Downfall. There's Banishing Light, which deals with more things, but instant speed can't be overlooked on Hero's Downfall. So Llanowar Elfin here, Firebrand, Banishing Light, Downfall. A lot of good cards. I wonder what they first picked. Maybe it had another rare in here, because I mean, you certainly wouldn't take Omniscience. But all right, take Hero's Downfall, see where we can go from there. Feel decent about it. Okay. Well, Curator of Destinies is a great card. It's a 6-mana 5/5 flyer, which is expensive, but then you get some more cards in your hand and fill your graveyard as well. So whether we end up blue-black or blue-black Threshold, this would be good, or red-blue spells, this would be good. But otherwise, there's Arbiter of Woe in black, which is fine. Gutless Plunderer, not so exciting, and Thrill of Possibilities, not terribly exciting either. Another Gold Vein pick, but we'll take the Curator. It's a good card. It's expensive, but certainly playable. It's a win con that fills your hand up. So off to a kind of awkward start, but maybe getting a pick 3 Curator is telling that I should be in blue. Or maybe it just says the first 2 players don't really care about a Curator of Destinies. But if it's 6-mana 5/5 that can't be countered, has flying, and gives you a Factor Fiction isn't good enough, that's a crazy format. Wow. Well, we're gifted a phenomenal card here in Consuming Aberration. This card is super strong and can just, besides the fact that it usually comes down and is enormous, it can just end the game milling your opponent out by just casting spells. And this pack has Coma too, which is a really good card, and Tatyova. I have no idea what people could have possibly taken out of this pack where a Consuming Aberration, a Coma, and a Tatyova are remaining. That is insane to me, because Tatyova is incredible. I'd almost say maybe take Tatyova over Coma because it's cheaper and it just fills your hand right up. Infestation Sage in here too, which is good. All the picks in the world. And Soul Shackled Zombie, which is playable, so is Runaway Together, but easy Consuming Aberration, I would say. Okay, well, Tragic Banshee is actually really nice. There's a Burglar Rat in here, which is good with the sack effects and everything, but Tragic Banshee is a great card. Comes down as a 5-mana 5/3 and can maybe just kill an X1, but can come down and basically kill anything on the board. Win con, they can blow up something on the board, is really nice. Now we're off to an expensive start to a deck, but I'm going to have to be okay with that. So we can take Big Fin Bouncers, Gutless Plunderer. I mean, we don't have anything cheap currently. No Wizards yet for Arcane Epiphany. Sanguine Siphoners just as a 2-drop. I'm going to have to find my cheap creatures at some other point. I mean, I think I like Bouncer more than Plunder, even though it's a 4-drop, and there's never... I feel like you never have enough problems with 4-drops. Always end up with too many, but Bouncer is a very good one, and this deck looks like we desperately need to buy some time. Well, Think Twice seems like a good pickup to me. Nothing else on color anyway, and pick 7 Think Twice is kind of surprising anyway, so Let's take that and maybe get off the Berserker plan at this point. So now we just need to lower this deck curve quite a bit. So Ghoul versus Siphoner. I guess, I mean, since Ghoul can't even come down and block right away, maybe it's just the Siphoner. But Siphoner is not a terribly exciting pick here. I mean, this is an uncommon, and it's a zombie, which is relevant. Neither of these cards are something that we want. It's just, I guess Siphoner's probably a better blocker since it can at least come down and block, unlike the Ghoul. Ghoul's more for like an all-out aggro deck, I would think. So, got the Painful Quandary back. I still don't really want to play it. This isn't a Blight Priest deck despite having the Siphoner. Guess I could take a Grappling Kraken. I mean, it's a fine card. But since we're already super expensive, I just doubt we're going to need it. But there's nothing else in here I really want. I guess Ravenous Amulet's not the right deck for that either. Okay, I mean, I can take Erudite Wizard. Macabre Waltz does get some pretty good dudes back at the moment, though. Yeah, probably Macabre Waltz. Late Fanatical Firebrand, which is good, but I mean, considering we have a lot of actual good things to get back right now with Macabre Waltz, it makes sense to me. All right, I'll take a Jungle Hollow. I don't know what green card we would possibly want to splash, but so I think we're good on our end game. Now we kind of just have to prioritize early plays so we can buy enough time to get our Aberration or Curator online. Runaway Together versus Soul Shackled Zombie. Well, I'm going to take the Runaway Together. The problem is we actually need cheap creatures to bounce in order for it to do anything. But Runaway Together can be quite nice. Like you get attacked by a bunch of things. You block with a Big Fin Bouncer. Chump their biggest thing with the Big Fin Bouncer. Runaway Together. Bounce your Bouncer. Bounce an unblock thing. Basically prevent a bunch of damage. Slow down the game. Usually what a deck with all this junk would want. I'll pass the red card, I guess. All right, well, Archmage is phenomenal. It is a 5-drop, but I'm not going to pass that opportunity up because, unfortunately, somehow it's still, I mean, it's amazing with Think Twice. Turns Think Twice into 1-mana draw 2, and then you can flash it back, too. It doesn't reduce the flashback. Wait. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost. I don't think it reduces the cost of that, but it might. I feel like I should know this at this point, but I don't. Another 5-drop, not exactly what our deck wants, but at this point we may just end up having to play Witness Protection just to buy enough time to survive. But I mean, Archmage is a great card. We're off to a real slow, dirtly start here. I'd like to speed this deck up. Even if I was just getting the 2-mana flash blue spell. Oh, High Society Hunter? As if our deck didn't need more slow stuff. I mean, High Society Hunter is incredible, but now we're really getting real clunky. I mean, there's just no way we're going to survive long enough to get all this awesome stuff online unless we really get some cheap stuff like Infestation Sages, and Stab at least buys time, so that's a big pickup for us. Maybe we get the Essence Scatter back. Strix Lookout I would definitely take too, but Stab is going to be amazing for us because we need to live. We need to survive here. We've got like no early game going on. I think we probably dumped the Kraken at this point because we're just real good on late game. Archmage, High Society Hunter, Banshee, Aberration Curator. That's already more than enough 5s and 6s. 4 5-drops is probably a bit excessive, but all 4 of our 5-drops are real good. All right, well, now I think we just take Imprisoned in the Moon. It at least is a removal spell, which it's kind of like blue Banishing Light, so that's going to be good enough. Yep, we'll take that. All right, good pickup here in Hungry Ghoul. Gives us another 2-drop. Good card in a vacuum. This is not a optimal deck for it, but certainly a card where, I mean, what I love about Hungry Ghoul is you have open mana and they want to remove one of our better threats. You just sacrifice the better threat and at least make your ghoul bigger. So that's nice. And it's a 2-drop. So we'll take it. All right, Sage versus Hungry Ghoul 2. I think Sage is looking great here. Just gives us a couple blocks early. And Rise of the Dark Realms. A little bit expensive, and we're already good on expensive stuff. But Sage is a great pickup for us. Gonna buy that time. I mean, it's really good with High Society Hunter. Pretty much everything's good with High Society Hunter. But this one in particular, because you attack, you sack the Sage, you draw a card, you get a 1/1. You make the Hunter into a 6/4 flyer. Make Banshee better as well. I guess we take Fake Your Own Death. Maybe that treasure, yeah, possibly the treasure can come down. It works well with random stuff too, like Banshee. That's really cool. Banshee dies, comes back, and neg 13 something. Yeah, that's kind of cool. If you're able to play it early, you can ramp into your 5 and 6s. Blue-black ramp. Well, there's Zombify. There's Goldvein Pick. The problem with Goldvein Pick in a deck like this is we don't have a lot of early stuff to equip it to. So I guess I could take the Zombify. I mean, I assume our big stuff's going to die and we want to bring it back. Another 4-drop, but somehow we only have 1 4-drop, so I guess that's okay. It just, otherwise it could take the Witness Protection. Fleeting Distraction is more probably blue-red territory. Witness Protection is kind of just an okay card. I found it doesn't play as well as you want it to. So we could take the Blood Thief here and get another 3-drop, a creature as well. Or we could finally just take 1 Witness Protection. I mean, you do have a Siphoner as another. I just don't think we're going to make our opponents lose life that often. This is a vampire as well, but we'll take 1 Witness Protection. All right? Now we have 1. Don't have to think about it anymore. I'll take the zombie here. Doubt we play it, but I'll put it in just in case. Midnight Snack, also something we don't really need. I mean, obviously food is good to buy time, but I just doubt we're going to need it. So this deck was actually pretty good. It supplemented us pretty well. Doubt we need the Blight Priest. As of now, we can probably cut these and the zombies. I just don't think we're going to need them. Removal-wise, we have a Stab, a Witness Protection, a Hero's Downfall, and Imprison in the Moon. That's really not bad. Wow, Archmage and another Aberration. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a pack. I think I like the Aberration more than the Archmage of Runes, just because it can kill your opponent in multiple ways. Like, Aberration just lets you beat your opponent by casting spells. Archmage of Runes gives you a ton of value by casting spells. So I think I like Aberration more. You can honestly just kill your opponent by not even attacking, just casting spells and milling them out. And can you imagine having 2 of those out? That would be absurd. So I think we'll do that. Maybe get that Big Fin Bouncer back if we're lucky. I said we didn't need any more 5-drops, and I was being honest, but here we are. So we could take an Aegis Turtle. I guess that's okay. Otherwise, I could take Lookout, but I mean, Turtle usually is disappointing, but same with like Siphoner and Lookout. This blocks 4 power creatures. I guess that's good for 1 mana. I think I don't think we need the Lookout is the issue. I'll just take the Turtle as an early blocker. Oh gosh, another Tragic Banshee? That would bring us up to like 6 5-drops. I can't do that. As good as Banshee is, we've just got too much expensive stuff. So I probably do a Think Twice here. Yeah, it just keeps us busy earlier, so I'm going to need that. Over Fake Your Own Death, probably. All right, Think Twice, it is. Over Erudite Wizard, too? Probably. All right, Reassembling Skeleton is actually not the worst. Or I could take another Bouncer to buy more time. I don't want to take another Turtle. So Reassembling Skeleton just kind of gives us like an infinite blocker, whereas Big Fin Bouncer just gives us a little more tempo, and it's only our 3rd 4-drop, so that's probably okay. It just, if it buys time and gives you a body, then it's probably worth it. Even being a 4-drop, it's probably okay. I can always cut Zombify if I need to. It's just we have a lot of real nice targets for Zombify. I think we ended up with enough early plays here. So Burglar Rat versus Hungry Ghoul, number 2. Yeah, what do I like more? Maybe Hungry Ghoul. I mean, there's Tolarian Terror, which we don't need. I'll probably take another Hungry Ghoul. It's okay. It's not exactly what this deck wants, but it just is an all-around more powerful card than Burglar Rat. And like I said, if your opponent has removal, you can always, you know, it gives you better blocking options, I think, in the mid-game. Stab, number 2. All right, huge pickup for us there because we really need that stab to buy the time to make this deck work. I'm going to take it over Dismal Backwater and never look back. Looking really good. I think the first cut is maybe a Zombify or maybe Runaway Together. Lunar Insight we don't need. Could take the Gutless Plunderer, but we're already looking for cuts, so I mean it's not a bad card. I certainly would play it. But I'm gonna take Backwater and just make our mana base better. Having to mull less with the deck like this is certainly what you want. So I could take the pick now. Because I have, I guess Turtle can attack and the ghouls. But I think I just take an Evolving Wilds probably. Once again, it just makes more hands keepable. Aetherize. This is probably where Aetherize is at its best. I guess I could play it. I don't think we'll need it though. So Siphoner number 2 versus Blood Thief. I mean, Blood Thief's better. All right, I'll take the Blood Thief. It's just not really going to be attacking that much, I don't think. Wow, Heartfire Immolator, pick 11. That's a little rich. Yeah, I think I like where we're at. Probably not going to have to do this Zombify, I don't think. We have like Macabre Bolts instead. I don't need another, as much as I like Meteor Golem, I don't think we are going to need that. I don't know if we need the, I don't know if I maybe just like the Siphoner more than Aegis Turtle. Aegis Turtle can possibly buy time better, but I like that Siphoner can attack and Blood Thief can put counters on it too, which is nice. If I do end up actually playing that. We only have to make 4 cuts. Everything's good actually, and pretty good in this deck. $15 creatures. So if I wanted to cut non-creatures, probably Aetherize. Removal is Witness Protection, Imprisoned in the Moon, Hero's Downfall, Banshee. It's not bad. Could cut the Runaway Together. Do I like it more than Witness Protection? Possibly. I like the idea of Runaway Together with the Big Fin Bouncers. That's kind of nice. Five drops. That's a lot. Makes me not want to cut in the early game, that's for sure. But maybe I just cut the Fake Your Own Deaths. Good card, but it just seems unnecessary here. Definitely keeping the Macabre Waltz just because we want a way to get these things back easily. I could cut a creature. That way I can keep the Witness Protection if I need it. Maybe cut the Turtle. Still leaves me Infestation Sage, double Stab, double Hungry Ghoul, double Siphoner. It's probably good enough. Wow, this is a crazy deck. This is definitely still, I would still consider it dirtily, but we ended up with enough early game where we have all the tools we need to ideally survive long enough to get there and win on the back of some serious rare action here. So I like it. Blood Thief seems a little out of place, admittedly, but we have a decent vampire count with the double siphoner and the hunter. So we actually have some decent vampires to buff up here. Okay. And we only 14 creatures is not horrible. All right. Well, this is it. This is the deck, all right. Colors, we've got more black than blue. We do have double blue, though, but we also have double black. So we're a little color intense, so I'm happy we have the Backwater and the Evolving Wilds. 2 tap lands should be okay, despite having a ton of 5-drops in here. All right. Well, this is it. We'll run it like this and see you round 1. It's a good hand. Sage into Ghoul. No blue mana, but I mean, Ghoul Beatdown is legit. Yeah, now we get to go Ghoul into Blood Thief, no less. That's real nice. Ooh. Probably the Bouncer, I guess. All right. I'm willing to trade half a Sage. They don't even want to. All right, we'll do that. Now we play the Blood Thief. All right. Ah. I think we'll allow it. Now, like, you might be wondering why I didn't just sack it, but now they can't really do Eaten Alive as easily. This is fine. They don't even get the, now they don't get the raid effect either. Ooh. We're going to draw all of our rares now. This is weird playing being the beatdown right now is very strange considering what our deck is. All right. I mean, this is good news for us, I feel like. Getting all these removal spells out of the way. Okay. Ooh. Well, we'll figure it out. You got a lot of removal in there. It's a lot of removal. Jeez. All right, so we put the aberration with this. What can they get back right now? Nothing that special, so we'll put those 2 down and see what they want to give us. Because with Macabre Bolts, I can get the aberration back anyway. Sure. All right. No problem. So we're up to 7 mana. So we'll do the waltz. We'll get back the probably the curator and the probably the curator and the aberration, maybe. It gives them maybe do the archmage actually. My rationale is that I mean, at this point, I have another aberration, but this thing blocks the panda even after they sack that. And we already have a way to draw a card because of the archmage, so that's good. I mean, what can they even get back right now? They can get back a plunder or a burglar rat, huh? Okay. No death touch, right? No. Sure. All right. Curator. Number 2. Was that the best split? I mean, now I don't have the witness protection or the siphoner, but I can just draw a billion cards, so I feel like it's a pretty good place to be. This feels like a tough one to lose at this point. Oh my gosh. Only have 12 cards left. Have to remember that. Yeah, I could actually legitimately run out of deck here. So I gotta be a little careful. Five cards left? All right. I can't even cast Think Twice here. I mean, I do have lethal next turn, so that's pretty cool. But I wasn't expecting to go through my entire deck. But I also wasn't expecting to cast Curator of Destiny 3 times. He top deck another one? All right. That's fine. All right. All right. Wow, they have a lot of removal in there. We'll see for the next one. All right, well, let's keep. We've got, hopefully, enough stuff to buy time for this High Society Hunter. Well, I suppose we just stab it now. Yeah. No. All right. I don't know why they cast it during their main phase, but we'll take it. Little tempo play. We'll offer a trade. Yeah, that's good. So now we can do the ghoul and leave up the runaway together. I'll offer the trade. I'm okay with it. Wow, didn't even do the unicorn first? That's surprising. Yeah, I don't think they quite did that one in the right order. Well, I can do witness protection now on the unicorn. Turn off all future, make all their future creatures slightly weaker. I don't love it, but I'm going to do it. I just don't want to make all their future creatures better. And I have Imprisoned in the Moon, so I think it's okay. Oh. Land, creature, planeswalker. Well, it doesn't work for the replication. Sure. Well, what do we do here? So the problem is the High Society Hunter, they can copy their Snare Spinner now as you cast it. Huh. Could do the Aberration first and start trying to mill them out. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I guess I can imprison the Snare Spinner now, so then they don't have the reach for when I cast my High Society Hunter. Yeah, alright. I just don't want them to copy that, basically, because they don't have any other reach. But if I play the Hunter, I think they copy the Snare Spinner, and then I kind of have a problem. We got 3 cards in the yard, huh? Yeah, it's going to make it a little trickier. Nice one. So, oh, this could be a 4-4, I guess. We're at 10, so they can smash with that 3, 6, 7, 8. Let's say a block there, 5, 8. So that's lethal. So I can't attack. Wow. Getting beat up by extravagant replications, huh? Wasn't anticipating that one. Nice. All right. I mean, I guess I can. I don't have a board wipe, so it's not really going to do anything. All right. See you for the next one. All right. We're on the play. We definitely can keep this. Good looking hand. See what we can do with this. They look cool. Probably can trade here, I guess. We've got the Banshee to eventually kill the Blood Witch, if need be. That's a good rip. Not a great rip after sacrificing my Hungry Ghoul, but that's okay. Banshee run away together is quite nice too. Oh, that's the easiest block in the world. You can use a combat trick to save Blood Witch? I'm fine with that. Wow. That was a weird play. Just for the raid trigger, huh? Wow. They really need that raid trigger badly. Well, admittedly, I guess... Wow. Got rid of Stab and Luminous Rebuke? That's pretty unexpected, too. Fiendish Panda, okay. Alright. Guess we're gonna imprison this and then Probably attack for 1, I guess. Alright. I don't really care about that, I don't think. Okay. Okay. Can play this siphoner here. Okay. Well. At least the Tragic Banshee can deal with the commando. So that's good. Yeah, that's kind of cool too. I guess I might as well. Hmm. Um. I'll just stay back. All right. What can they get back right now, huh? I'm not sure. They can get a plunder or a vengeful blood thing back, huh? Hmm. Well, we have stab. That's pretty good. They're at a lot of life though, and Sarah Angel's gonna get me, so I gotta figure this situation out. Yeah, another land, not quite what I wanted. Okay. Let's see. Attack here for 10. So I think we'll do Runaway Together. And then guess we pass. All right. Tough one. Yeah, I guess we die here. Unless I can completely mill them out. Which just seems unlikely. Yeah, it's a tough one. Tough way to lose. We'll see you for the next one. All right, let's keep. Have both colors, have some early plays. I should say have an early play. Well, black-red aggro, not exactly what our deck wants to go up against. But then again, we've been kind of losing against everything, so I don't know if that's relevant at this point. We have been just too dirtily, unfortunately. It was the risk of this deck. We could indeed be too dirtily, but it turned out we were. Do I want to lose 3 life? Or just ditch Curator? Or lose 3 life, or ditch Curator? Or lose 3 life, or ditch Curator? I guess I'm going to ditch Curator. I don't know. Can't really decide. I guess having Macabolts makes the ditching Curator plan a little bit better, in my mind. Guess we're gonna be patient here. I can't fathom what they would have in their hand that they can't play here. It's just all I can guess is a grip full of removal. So I didn't have to play the Evolving Wild, but now I kind of want to get to the point where I can play Curator and save it from an inevitable removal spell if they're not doing anything else, because they have to have removal here. There's just no way that they're not doing anything. And I mean, we've got the better late game, I would think. So I could do the Waltz now, get back Bouncer and Curator. All right. So they needed green mana? Is that what this was? Jeez. Guess if I do Curator, I could end up discarding. This is insane. It's basically, which one do I want them to kill? I guess I could just play a Banshee. Yeah, all right. We'll play a Banshee. They can use their first removal spell on that if they want. Because I want to play Archmage plus 2 Heroes Downfall is the thing. But I can't play any of these and then... Because they don't even have a creature, so I can't even do Runaway Together. That's the main issue here. This has been one of the most bizarre games. Llanowar Elf. That was the play on turn 19 or whatever this is. All right. Let's do the aberration now. Get in for 5. Leave up, run away together. I don't even know what to say. This is so weird. They must have like a board wipe. I just don't understand what's going on here. Okay. All right. I mean, what an odd game. All right, we'll see you for the next one. All right, let's keep both colors. Staying kind of busy early. No play. Well, that was odd. Guess we'll attack first. See what they got. Ah. All right. So we can do Evolving Wilds, crack that for a black mana. And I guess we can think twice. All right. So next turn we can Bouncer and get rid of one of the Fae at least. Potentially. Wow, that's cool. So they can get Feyboom Trick back, huh? It's pretty strong. Well, guess I'm happier they did that than to my Curator of Destiny, but how long do they have to cast that? Is it until your next turn too? Till end of turn. All right, well that's good. Guess this. All right. All right, well that's good. They didn't have the answer. They know about the stab, but that's kind of irrelevant here. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's I guess that's it. I'm gonna go to 2 life too, huh? Dang. Well, I liked our deck, but we're certainly not gonna get there with a hand like this, I guess. Yeah, I think this deck was good, but we just got beat up by like, 6 mana enchants that don't even do anything when you first impact the board and stuff. So I guess my thought that we were too dirtily ended up being correct. We were, in fact, too dirtily. I thought I had enough early game, but I guess not. All right, pack one, pick one here. All right, that's kind of a cool card if you do end up playing an archetype like cats, elf, or zombies, or vampires, I guess. But that's a tough build around. Otherwise, Heroic Reinforcements is one of the strongest cards for red-white, so I'd probably take that despite being multicolor over the Cerberus. Leyline Axe is incredible. I would definitely first pick that. I've been really impressed with that card. And the fact that you can open with it is really nice. Even paying 7 mana, just buff Double Strike Trample is really strong. So I think that's an easy pick. And here, I guess Celinda. If it doesn't work out, so be it. But nothing else here really screaming at me. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.